Hi everyone, welcome back to the NA Pro Report. My name is Mel Crate, here to bring your weekly coverage of the biggest players and the biggest plays in North American Free Fire. This last weekend was our Last Chance Qualifier, the final opportunity for our North American squads to earn their place in the Season 2 Grand Final, where they will be potentially playing for $50,000, as well as an invite to the World Series play-in stage. So it was a very exciting set of games. 2 full game days jam-packed full of LCQ action. 4 squads will move on from the total of 12. We've already said goodbye to 4 squads from the group stage, and we will say goodbye to 8 more here. So let's find out which squads will be joining the top 8 from the group stage in our Season 2 Grand Finals. Starting off with our 4th place finisher, 1A Esports. 1A Esports has a huge comeback story here. After finishing 15th in the group stage, honestly way closer to elimination than they would have liked to be, they end up finding a top 4 finish in the Last Chance Qualifier against some other squads that were fighting for their lives at this point in the tournament. They managed just enough points across both days, nothing too crazy, nothing too insane in terms of kill games or anything like that, but 1A Esports definitely coming up a lot stronger and with a lot more potential than what we might have expected after their group stage performance. In 3rd place, we had La ONU. Our Season 1 returners did not avoid the Last Chance Qualifier this time. In Season 1, they were able to jump straight to the Grand Finals from the group stage. This time, it was not the case. But they proved themselves once again, proving that they belong in the Grand Final, their 2nd Grand Final in this case, after a pretty decent set of successes in the Last Chance Qualifiers. Much like 1A, they didn't do anything incredibly spectacular, but with enough consistency and enough great kill games, they were able to find their way into the top 4 with a good amount of lead from the other squads that fell short, unfortunately. Squads like Rambox and Dual Kings, who we will talk about a little bit later. But in 2nd place, we had Zundell Esports, and Zundell was up against the ropes during this Last Chance Qualifier. After day 1, they were sitting in 10th place overall in the 12-team LCQ, but they brought it all the way back in day 2, finding back-to-back wins on Kalahari and jumping all the way to a 2nd place finish. Super impressive. The pressure was definitely on, but they performed under all of that pressure anyway. So congratulations to Zundell. And it looks like their performance from the Last Chance Qualifier was just enough to give them back that confidence that they needed to maybe go back to their original name, because for those of you who don't know, Zundell Esports is a returning squad, and they will be back branding to their Season 1 name of C7 Esports. So we will see C7 Esports in a Grand Final. They didn't make it there in Season 1, but we'll be seeing him for Season 2, which is definitely a beautiful thing to see. In 1st place, our top performer for the Last Chance Qualifiers, DN Esports. What a breakout performance from DN here. We knew that they had the potential to move to the Grand Final. They finished 9th, just outside of the top 8 in the group stage, but here they are completely dominating the LCQ. 4 booyahs across 12 games and 94 kills total, almost triple digits for this team. Let's check out some of the moments on their way to this amazing victory.
Down to 1 member. DN Esports were previously on 1 member. They managed to get him up. Oh, Chino and Chris both taken down by the final member, of DN Esports, but not sure he even has any glue walls. They're just going to run him down with melee weapons. That's not going to work out. He gets 1. Oh, Benva manages to put up a glue wall in time. He's trying to run rings around them. Will he finish him off? It's very close, but Navy Esports are taken, and they get the drop on them. They have the high ground. Oh, and the nades. They managed to dodge most of the nades at the very least, but in rush, DN Esports. That's a lot of damage. All down now. 3 members on the ground, and that's it. Dual Kings completely run over. Oh, they're only down to Mario now. Hags Esports are doing incredibly well to just get themselves some kills on the board before they get knocked out by DN Esports, but they've also knocked a bunch of DN Esports members. Now La ONU heading all the way away. They might want to just try and equalize here. Hags finally eliminated by DM.
Now to finish off talking about our LCQ, we do want to mention the teams that will unfortunately be eliminated from the tournament. A heartfelt goodbye goes out to these teams because they made it so far, but they just could not make the cut in the final opportunity to make it to the grand final. So we'll say goodbye to Rambox, Dual Kings, Navy Esports, IT Official, ZRJ, Hags, and SKB. just a little bit short on the day. Some of them coming very close, within 10 points actually of making that qualification. So they did their best. I hope we continue to see them in the scene. Some of these teams were returning from season 1 and they struck back in season 2. So make sure y'all keep grinding, make sure you keep practicing, because we appreciate your participation, and I'm sure you'll come back even stronger for the next iteration of the North American Free Fire Pro Series. But with that out of the way, we now have our final 12 teams that will be competing in our grand final, and that is an incredibly exciting thing that I get to say, because now that we are at the end of the road after a grueling 192 team open qualifier, a crazy competitive 4-week group stage, and of course the LCQ, we are down to just 12 North American squads, the cream of the crop. So we'll show them on screen really quickly. Make sure that you are in the chat for the grand finals that'll be going down this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, live on Twitch and on YouTube. Also, be sure to hop onto the Free Fire NA website, where we will have a pick'ems tournament, so you can line up the squads, the top squads, and try and determine how they're going to finish, how they're going to stack up by the end of the grand final, and there might be some cool prizes involved. So with that being said, that's all I got for y'all this week. Make sure you tune into those grand finals. Again, we are playing for $50,000. You heard that right. 5 with 4 zeros after it. And of course, the first ever North American slot in the play-ins of the Free Fire World Series. You don't want to miss any of the action as we close out season 2 of the Free Fire Pro Series. Thanks for joining me. My name has been Melcrit, and I will see you guys in the chat.